Good evening, and welcome to Having a Drink with Mink. I'm your host, Jason Mink. Sorry, you just caught me monkeying around. Thank you for joining us on this very special Labor Day edition of Having a Drink with Mink. Hope you have a nice beverage on hand. I hope that you've had a fine day off, if you have a day off. If not, well, I hope that you're kicking back after your time at work. I hope you're not watching this on the clock because, well, gosh, that'd be irresponsible, especially if you were drinking the liquor. Hey, you might have noticed I've got a new pal right here. That's right. It's a Mego General Urko. Or is it General Ursus? I have a real hard time keeping these guys straight. I picked up some Megos down at my local comic book shop. That's Ides Entertainment in downtown Pittsburgh. We have the General and we have the Soldier Ape. And man, I love these guys. They really send me. When I was a little kid, I had gone to one of my parents' friends' houses, on a visit, and ordinarily, there's nothing for a little kid to do in someone's house, strangers, old people, what do they know about fun? But, apparently this guy, well, he knew a few things about fun. Not only did he have a pinball machine in his back room, which was pretty fantastic, but he opened a drawer at one point when I said I was bored, and he pulled out the Soldier Ape, and I got to play with this thing. Now, I didn't own this figure as a kid, but I'd always wanted them, and that stuck with me. So you can bet that while this guy is going up on my shelves, this guy's going right into a drawer because, well, someday I want to be that guy who's able to pull this out and offer it to a kid to play with. And not only that, here's Cornelius. This was a gift from my brother, and this is from the new Mego line, and he goes really well with these guys, actually. So I'll put him right there. And then while I was down at I noticed this guy hanging on a peg out of the corner of my eye. Now, to you it might not look like something, but, well, I knew immediately, at a glance, just what it was. In this, unassuming bag here, we'll take him on out. Get you a better look. Oh, no! Oh, no! What have I done? What have I done? Get you a better look here. And that's right, that is in fact Captain Kirk wearing a pair of blue jeans. Not sure what was going on here, but for $5, well, I couldn't pass him up. Absolutely. I don't know if he was part of the ape adventure, with all these other guys, but you know what I'm saying. All right, if you were here last time, well, wait a minute, before I go on, I'm already so dry. That's what I needed. If you were here the last time, well, you may have seen me talk about the Old Guys Who Like Old Comics trading card sticker set. Now, that was a contest that we offered. Anyone who was keen enough to post the link to that video was entered into the crime hat. That's right. Oh, careful there, big guy. So I've got a bunch of names in the crime hat, and whoever I pull is going to win this exclusive set of stickers, unavailable anywhere. These are not up for sale. There's no bargaining. There's no begging, The only way to get them is if I pull your name from the crime hat. That is right. What's the crime hat? Well, watch some comics for breakfast. Shouldn't have to explain everything to you. All right, here we go. Bunch of bits of paper in there. I have one now. Who's the name gonna be? It's Orrin Phillips. That's right, OG Supreme Orrin Phillips. Now you may know him as one of the Dollar Bin Bandits, and well, he's our big wiener tonight. So congratulations, Orrin. I'll be firing these cards off to you. And hopefully you'll talk about them on your show and give me a little plug as well. Not that you don't always already. Thank you so much, Oren, and everyone who participated. If you didn't win the cards this time, well, I'll tell you what, let's do it again. If you share this video on your social media account, preferably Facebook, we'll do another drawing, and we'll get your name in the crime hat. We'll get rid of all of these names, and we'll start all over again. That is right. Actually, I can't wear this until I'm doing a Comics for Breakfast crime episode. Otherwise, that would be wrong, wouldn't it? Oh, yes, it would. Now I'm a little too wet. Oh, that didn't sound right. All right. Speaking of plugs, well, I have a plug to get in. It's the official Old Guys Who Like Old Comics comic, and that is Yeet Presents. That's right, every month Yeet Presents. It's the best damn black and white anthology on the market, except when it's in color, like this time. This is a very special issue in that it contains the story Solace, written by Dennis Miller and illustrated by the Miller Gang. It's a posse of artists including Shane Luttrell, Joshua Hawley, Doc Bocher, Steve Shipley, Kevin Halter, Ken Bastard, Rob Cox, with Mike Jones inks and Mike Wagner letters. That's right. So, this is fantastic, and apparently these pages are going to be auctioned in the very near future. So, if you like yourself some original artwork, well, you might want to get in on this while the getting is good. That is for sure. Each page is by a different artist. It is a jam comic for sure. It is in the weird comics tradition, and it's pretty fantastic. And I'm not just saying that because I know the guy who wrote it. And then we also have the return of the Avenger. That's right. With every issue of Yeet, you get this fantastic flip cover action. So, why put an ad on the back when we can give you even more entertainment? So that's right. That's the Avenger. And let me consult my notes here. Len Mihailovich is the writer. Phil Miller and Alejandro G. Radio are the illustrators. That's right. And then tucked within, well, there's also a little something called Duck and Rabbit with Knives, written by myself and our own Warren Muzak. So if you're not a subscriber to Yeet, well, why the heck not? I mean, check it out. $5 gets you a fantastic publication every month. You never know what you're going to get. The big Halloween issue is coming up. Very exciting. Storm Owl is right after that. So get on board, folks. That's all I can tell you. That is all I can tell you. So what else? We've done the action figures. We've done the crime hat. We've done Yeet. Oh, hey! There's a little comic by Steve Shipley. This is Drill Bit, and we're talking independent comics, and this is a nifty little independent comic. It's a black and white, sort of an ash can deal, and I just read this, and I got a big kick out of it. Mike included it with my copy of Yeet. That's a thing, is if you subscribe to Yeet, well, you never know what you're going to end up getting in your envelope. I was lucky enough to get a copy of this. Now, Steve Shipley illustrated, I think, some stories in Yeet previously, as well as Space Sheriff. That is right. So you can certainly get yourself a copy of this if you follow the link below. That's right. Don't you ever miss it. Okay, now we're going to wrap things up, as we always do, by showing you. I might as well knock him down, too. Set him aside. Wouldn't want to break him. 50 years old. Man, we 50-year-olds shouldn't be knocked down. What do I have for you right now? These are the comics I've picked up recently. We have the first horrifying issue of The Vault of Horror, and these are reprints from the late 1990s. And for a long time, you could find these in the dollar bins, but people have wised up, and they've certainly soaked them up. Made a point of picking them up when they can. I paid a little more for these, but it was certainly well worth it. tremendous Johnny Craig artwork in this issue. We actually covered this one in an upcoming Halloween Comics for Breakfast. So, the Crypt Keeper says, don't you ever miss that. Absolutely. And then here's another Vault of Horror. It's a very striking cover. Ooh, it's a creepy zombie. He's coming at you, kids. Next up, what do we have here? These super IW comics are a lot of fun. Now, this is apparently the cover of a Dracula adaptation from back in the day, but IW just slapped it on there. Reprints, very slapdash kind of affair, and just, hey, what can you say? Follow me into the unknown. Who could possibly resist? I know I couldn't. And then what do we have here? Oh, check these out, man. Some cutaways. Now, these titles were ripped off and sent back to the distributor so that the newsstand could get credit. And somehow, well, they ended up in my hot little hands. Gosh, lo, these 70 years later, 1969. But hey, I created Spore, the thing that could not die. So for 50 cents, well, I couldn't leave that behind now, could I? And then we have Rambo with a very striking Kirby cover. Kind of love that black, very dense ink. Very, very nice. Also paid 50 cents for that. And then we have a Tomb of Darkness and the Man Who Cried Monster. It's another 50-center. And these are just reprints from the 1950s, but, well, it's worth 50 cents just for that awesome cover alone. Oh, no, they've got Tom Petty. He's free-fallen into a grave. And then we have the Tomb of Dracula. What happens when a vampire goes mad? Now, I've always loved these Tomb of Draculas. As a kid, I saw this book very rarely, but I was always very compelled by it. And anytime Dracula would encounter superheroes, well, that was always like peanut butter and chocolate to old Mink here. Next up, it's the Big Betrayal, and it's a Jack Chick publication, so you know it's going to be something. Absolutely. Wow, that's a potent cover for sure. Can't wait to check that on out. Then we have Amazing Detective from the files of the crime investigators. Which crime investigators? Don't ask. Don't shoot. It wasn't me who did it, I swear. It wasn't me. Okay, Kane, your number's up. We found Joshua Bell. There he is. Oh, man. Danger in the city. Next up, it's The Perfect Crime. That's right. Quick, Sergey, throw the camera to me. Guvovich, you and your spying are finished. The laboratory is surrounded. Ronald, our cause is doomed. That's right. True facts. How police? Nah. Well, that bit's missing. Well, maybe once I read it, I'll figure it out. All right, next, here's something from Craig Yo Publications. I know that he's a bit contentious in the comic book fandom, but I figured I'd roll the dice and take a chance on these because, well, otherwise, how am I going to get my hands on this hot little cover? Now, these books reprint Pre-Code Horror. And I picked up 3. They had like 30 of these. So it was really, really tough to rein it in. But I wanted to check them out and see what the reproduction was like. And maybe do a little bit more research and just make sure that it's Jake, to pick them up. So Haunted Horror, that's right, number 12. Ooh, pretty spooky. I read the streetcar myself. I have to say that this is nearly as scary as riding the streetcar is in my neighborhood. Then we have Top Cat. That's right, baby. I was thrilled to pick this up. I always loved the cartoon, and I gotta say that I am a choo-choo aficionado. And hopefully, well, he'll make more than just a guest appearance in this book, or otherwise, well, I'll kind of be kicking myself. And then, well, you just know it's not going to be a having a drink with Mink without some Archie. That's right, it's the Giant Grab Bag Comics. It's 160 pages in full color. I only paid $5 for this. What a deal. What's inside? Who knows? $5, it's worth taking a chance. It's like a dented can sale, but in comics form. Now, apparently, these were available back in the day on airlines. So you would buy one of these to shut your kid up on the way to Florida or something. So, hey, we'll see. And then, all right, some more crime and punishment. And apparently this is really beaten up. It says it's a poor, a .5 with no back cover, but for $3, man? Come on, y'all. You just know that I'm in on that for sure. Heck, I just want to read the ding-dang thing. And here's another one. This was $3 as well. It's Crime Does Not Pay. Now, I usually pick these up when I find them. Liv Gleason was the publisher, Charles Biro and Bob Wood editors. This is even some fantastic Charles Biro artwork right there. And, you know, who knows, maybe down the line if I find a nicer copy, at a decent price, I'll pick it up. But for now, well, $3, I am in like Flynn. This is a .25, and it says it's awful. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes you just got to roll the dice. And we're going to wrap things up with a few magazines because not only does Ides have a fantastic selection of comic books, but they've got stacks and stacks of dollar magazines. Planet of the Apes, number 15, Doom from the Emerald Depths. And I have to say that I saw the cover from a distance, and I just went scooting on over there because, you know, when you see that logo, well, you know you're in for some fun. And, hey, maybe I can reenact some ape adventures if I'm lucky. And then here's some Savage Sword of Conan, number 25, and the Fang of Gwaller. And then it's Crazy Magazine, that's right, and the highly topical subject of Animal House. But these are always a lot of fun. I remember as a kid I enjoyed their irreverent tone. Mad Magazine was a little long in the tooth. Cracked Magazine was kind of vanilla, but Crazy, you know, it went for the jugular for sure. So, and speaking of going for it, we're going to wrap things up with Good Old Days Magazine. That's right. I don't know a thing about it, but I was just moved by the cover. I was moved by the concept of an entire magazine devoted to the good old days. Well, what's in here? For example, well, we got some cool little cartoon-style artwork. And we have some stories, some jokes, some strips. Oh, here, Mr. and Mrs. Beans. Man, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. Custard's Calamity. Learning all about the Custard family. Oh, yeah, baby. Nicodemus Molly and Dreamland. So, hey, for 99 cents, well, the opportunity to return to the good old days, how can I possibly pass it up? Thank you so much for joining us on this special Labor Day issue of Having a Drink with Mink. Congratulations to Oren. You won the stickers. I'll send them on out once again. If you want a chance to win another batch of these stickers, well, you're just going to want to post this video on your own personal account. Maybe say something clever about it, something fun to get people engaged, because that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build channel engagement. We're trying to get people excited about the things that we do right here. So, from all of us at the Old Guys Who Like Old Comics Network, cheers. And I hope to see you Sunday on Comics for Breakfast.